Hello, this is David Dean, and yes, we're getting closer to it. The Fortnite Hero Loadout update, which is coming out hopefully tomorrow. This is a video that they put out today. I am going to play the actual video and then make comments about it afterwards, adding my thoughts. Also, Maygst has answered several questions over on Reddit about it. I'll be talking about that, and also talking about the Ask Me Anything with Fortnite later tonight. So I'm going to go ahead and play this. If you've already seen it, just go ahead and jump forward about 5 minutes in the video. But
hey,
I'm going to let
friends, Gilly's here.
All right.
In this update, we're going to be covering the new hero loadout. This is a pretty major change to how you use heroes, so we want to give you some info about how it all works. We're putting the power in your hands, giving you more ways to customize and optimize your loadout. Let's dive in. You may be used to heroes having a static set of perks, which predetermines how they played. In the new system, heroes are focused on a specific perk, and the majority of reskins are now unique. By mixing and matching them, you can create custom loadouts tailored to your playstyle. You might notice that the loadout slots are grouped by type. You have 1 commander slot, 5 support slots, and a team perk slot. The commander is the hero you'll play as during the mission. This hero will determine your abilities, commander perk, and class perks. The Commander perk unlocks at 2 stars, and it's a significantly upgraded version of your hero's perk. Here's a look at Stonefoot Crash's perk, Hotfoot. Hotfoot increases Crescent Kicks damage by 36%. However, if you evolve Crash to 2 stars and use her as your commander, you'll get Hotfoot Plus instead. Hotfoot Plus increases Crescent Kicks damage by 72% and changes its damage type to energy. Your commander choice sets the foundation of your loadout and lets you really push into a specific playstyle. Your commander is also the source of your class perks. These are inherent to each class and part of what makes up a class's identity. Let's look at Shadow Stance as an example. All ninjas now have Shadow Stance as a class perk. This means if you choose a ninja as your commander, you'll be including Shadow Stance in your loadout, which grants armor for a short time after melee eliminations. Each class has their own class perks, and they're an important consideration when choosing your commander. Your support team is where most of the customization occurs. Any hero you assign to the support team will grant you their standard perk. Let's continue using our Stonefoot Crash example. Maybe you want to go all in, taking Footloose, Rebound, and Quick Kick to make your Crescent Kick hit hard and often. On the other hand, maybe you only want to use Rebound so you can generate energy for a barrage of throwing stars. Maybe you share my dream of being a scythe-wielding Outlander, leaving behind a sea of destruction in the wake of your phase shift. The point is, this is the part of your loadout where your creativity and expression will really shine through. The final slot we'll cover today is for team perks. These perks aren't assigned to heroes, but instead are unlocked through things like quests or acquiring a mythic hero. When selecting a team perk, you'll see a list of all the perks you've unlocked so far. Team perks are special because they require a specific support team configuration to activate. Let's look at Soaring Mantis as an example. Soaring Mantis is unlocked by acquiring the mythic hero Wukong, and it adds 2 more jumps to Mantis Sleep, but requires that you have 3 ninjas in your support team. The requirements vary between different team perks, with some being much more strict than others. Some even get stronger the more heavily you commit to meeting their restrictions. Team perks can be very impactful, and they change the way you build your loadouts. We're excited to see the creative ways you use these perks and optimize around their restrictions. Being able to save multiple loadouts has been a long requested feature, and we're happy to tell you it's part of the new hero loadout. You'll also notice some new options in the lobby which allow you to cycle through loadouts or quickly jump to the hero loadout menu for edits. We recognize this is a fundamental change to how heroes work, so we'll be marking all your heroes for a free item reset to get back any XP and materials you've invested in them, as well as allowing a free one-time collection book unslot. We've also made changes to some existing perks and abilities. For example, Base is now a Constructor class perk and it's placed near the Trap Wheel, freeing up an ability slot for Constructors. There are a few more changes aimed at easing your transition to the new system. Check them out in the roadmap we recently released if you haven't seen them yet. Also, keep an eye on the Season 7 heroes you earn, as they'll be getting new unique perks with this update. We're excited about these changes and to see the awesome loadouts you all share. Make sure to check out the blog post on Hero Loadout for more in-depth details. See you next time, and remember, you are a bear.
All right, there you go. And yeah, I really love that. That had some great information in it. But I wanted to go through on a few little details that I saw and kind of wanted to point out. And first of all, Gilly is definitely a bear. Looked like a great guy and definitely did a great job with the video. Over here, I know this will be the first day because the tabs can be kind of difficult to get around and find everything. The new hero loadout is under command, under heroes, and then in here. With hero layout, also with the defenders and everything else. So when you go looking for it, this is where you need to go looking. And then after that, I wanted to hit on, there we go. First of all, and it gets a little bit confusing with the new setup, but basically with abilities, just like before, you have 3 standard abilities, which are selected from a pool for each class. So like the ninjas, yeah, you got Kunai Storm, Throwing Stars, and Smoke Bomb, but there's also other ones they could possibly have, or they can switch out for. Those kind of change up as you go from hero to hero. You will see that. I notice a lot of the Outlanders now has Seismic Smash, but I didn't see the Kinetic Punch very many are anywhere. And then also with the Constructors, now a lot of them have that rosy turret to replace the fact that their Constructor base is no longer in here. And then just going a little bit further over to the perks, these are the class perks. Like ninjas, every single ninja will have Mana Sleep and Shadow Stance. They all have it. And that does not change. And then they have their standard perk, which is what they give when they're teamed up with somebody else, or what they have before. I think they said before they get to 2 stars. Once they get to 2 stars, they have the Commander perk. And then that, like here, increases damage by 40%. That's what it was at 2 star. Once they get up, or before 2 star, at 2 star, it's at 240% damage. I am wondering with the Kunai Storm, doing that flip with the slow fall on it, how vulnerable to range damage attacks this ninja will be, because it looks cool as can be. And the damage is just awesome that it can do on this, mainly with the Commander's perk. One thing though, a lot of people on the first day that they did the notice were saying, oh great, now I can have my Constructor doing the Kunai Storm and jumping up and doing the flip. No, this does not give you the power to do that ability. This gives you a bonus to damage and hovering if you already have that ability. So no, your Constructor won't be doing this. Sorry. Hate to rain on your parade on that one. But it is definitely much more flexible. A lot of good, fun ways to play with this. And then I wanted to get over to here. Actually, back it up a little bit. Just to show another one where you have your Skull Ranger Ramirez. Weapon damage starts off, increases by 15% for 5 seconds. With Commander perk, 15%, and fire rate increased by 35%, which is a huge increase in damage. Absolutely love that. And let's go ahead on this, and just showing the different ways it increases. And then they went into there, but I wanted to hop on up all the way up to here. And then we'll get into the rest of it. Right now, the trap wheel in the game is not functioning correctly. So hopefully they fix the issue with the trap wheel so that Constructors will be able to put down their base. Also, they talked about the fact you will be able to take 1 hero out of your collection book for free. And that is great, but you may want to wait on that a little bit. There is going to be a bunch of videos coming out talking about different hero builds, which are the OP heroes, which are kind of hurting, and all of that. And you may want to wait a few days until people have figured out which are the best types of heroes for the gameplay you want to do before you use that get one out of jail free card. Now I know most people won't, but hey, that's probably the best way to do it. And then that is it for that. Then I wanted to hop over here where when they had the hero layout incoming yesterday, Maygst replied to several comments in here. And I wanted to get this out because there was a person saying, hey, this is great, but I'm level 130. I've done everything in the game. Great, I have new heroes, but what am I going to do? I'm still bored. And Maygst replied, we have some things coming down the pipeline for players who are at your power level. Stay tuned for more details. So that looks like hopefully they'll be coming up with some more higher level gameplay, kind of like we had with the Frost Knight, where they had a much higher level play than the standard 100. And then there was a few others. They did make a big deal in there that you cannot, or actually he does down here. I'll do that one first. Any redundant perks, whether it's a support hero redundant with a commander or two support heroes with the same perk, will generate a warning indicator that tells you they are redundant and indicates you won't be receiving them twice. So this is saying you can't stack the bonuses. In some cases, this is the same as before, but in other cases, like Machinist Harper, she had a bonus that would extend trap durability. And then you could take a second Machinist Harper and put her in support and get that exact same bonus twice. So evidently it looks like that is going away. One thing though, you saw in the video where they're talking about the ninja being able to do 2 extra jumps because of the bonus perk or the team perk. And here Maygst was making the comment, what if it was 4 jumps in total? Which they said that you might be able to increase the team perk depending on how you have it set up. So it would be great if you could do more of those jumps, because moving around like that is one of the funnest things I like doing around in the game. And I think that was all the main ones. And then over here tonight we have it. It is 4 to 5 p.m. Eastern Time, 9 to 10 p.m. UTC time. We are going to have over on Reddit, Ask Me Anything. Now, sometimes this is really good, great information, and sometimes it's a bunch of fluff where it's like, hey, we got great stuff coming out, we just can't tell you about it. So we will see which one it is. And Gillies, we get him back. Awesome. So he will be part of that, also talking about the hero loadout. So that will be good. And they even have one of the engineers there. Maybe he'll answer some questions about all the Xbox issues, but we shall see. But let me know your questions and comments. As I said, there's going to be a ton of videos coming out about this, trying to help everyone through this. And it should be pretty interesting. It's definitely going to add a new dynamic to the game. And I might be starting a new account just to see when and how you gain all the different support squads and everything else. I really don't believe it will be instantaneous as you start the game. It's all stuff you'll have to gather, just like you open support squad slots and open how many defenders you can use in missions and things like that. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed it. Take care and have a great one.